If you feel like your life has just been about getting through the day, and on top of that, these days are leaving you feeling a little bit unaccomplished or unfulfilled, it might be a sign that you're going throughout the day on autopilot. Yo, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead here, and in this video, I'm going to talk about what is autopilot. How do we know if we're in an autopilot mindset, and what can we do to get out of it? Now, I've mentioned this autopilot term before in previous videos, but this is a term that's used to describe level of consciousness, and especially what your level of consciousness is throughout the day. We all have like unconscious behaviors. We all have certain tasks or things that we do that we can do without thinking about it. And we've even done it so many times that our brain doesn't even think it needs to think about it. It can just do it. With time, these unconscious behaviors, they become automatic habits. Like, for instance, your drive to work. If you do the same exact route every day, as soon as you get in your car, you're already 3 turns ahead and you're like, wow, I don't even remember doing that, right? Or brushing your teeth, right? Try to brush your teeth with the other hand. See how that works out for you. Very humbling experience. Along with the things that we do on autopilot, we can also have autopilot thoughts and autopilot statements and the things that we say, right? We only have so much of a vocabulary that we're able to pull from. We can catch ourselves just saying the same thing over and over and over again. And you can even probably tell that in some of your friends who can only react by saying, damn, that's crazy. I feel like some of this might have started in childhood. At least with me, I think about it when I first had to start going to school. I would just basically be sleepwalking on my way over to school, and probably the first few periods would go by and I wouldn't even know what just happened. And then day after day, year after year, growing up in that process, right now I think back on how school was as a kid, and there's a lot I don't remember. And that's another big flag or way you can tell by if you're doing something on autopilot, if you don't 100% even really remember yourself doing it. I mean, memory is a very tricky thing, and there's a whole psychology behind it, and it can even be a trauma response thing. There's so many layers to it, but throughout the course of the day, if someone asks you, what did you do yesterday? And you really can't think of a whole hell of a lot, it might be because you just autopiloted your way through it. Now, if you can think of times throughout your day where this is applying to you, or even holistically, if that's a big part of your life, you've already changed yourself and your approach to it because you are now aware of it. And being aware is probably the first step in any process to change things, especially to change behaviors. Once we are aware of these situations and these moments, like our drive to work, then we can start to become present. Once we get in the moment, and then we see ourselves actually in that situation, and we're like, oh wow, I'm driving to work. I'm not gonna go on autopilot. I'm gonna try to be more present. Then we can start to observe things around us in a different way. We can start to engage in life a different way. And this opens up our creativity. When we can be more present and more observant and more sensitive to ourself, our bodies, our mind, and our environment, we can actually get more inspired. We can actually engage with our creative antennas. Next, we can use that energy and start putting it towards different behavior patterns, different creative activities. We can put it towards different things that are actually going to be more engaging. But first, you really have to recognize what part of your life is on autopilot. What part of your days do you really feel like are on autopilot? I remember when I was driving to work all the time, there would be times where if I was driving somewhere else, I would start driving to work and I would have to catch myself like, wait, I'm not going to work right now. I'm going to the grocery store or I'm going somewhere else. But I would just, as soon as I got in the car, I naturally just started going to work. Let me know with a comment below what part of your life is on autopilot and where do you think you can be more present. You made it this far in the video, so you might as well subscribe and like the video. And actually over here, I'm gonna put 3 steps to break out of autopilot. This is a video I did a while back, and this is something that I really think changed my life, and it can definitely change yours as well. Thanks for watching, and stay creative.